An SOS, sending out an SOS. Oh, hey, let's chat. Currently cooking shepherd's pie. Today has been an extremely busy day. Went to work. Well, let's start from the beginning.
But before you get into this wonderful video, I just want to announce that Mom and I created an OnlyFans for you guys that have been requesting it for years. You get all your favorite content that we do not do on here anymore, except on special occasions, maybe in daily vlogs, farts, burps, hiccups. You can request whatever you want, just send us a message. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. It's $36 a month. There's already almost 300 or over 300 posts. The link will be in the description at Baby Orange Slice. Go check it out.
Before work, had to clean the whole house, pick up all the floors, make sure nothing was near the baseboards because the Orkin man was coming.
The Orkin man can.
Literally took me 2 hours before work, and I had to get ready to go to work during the process of doing that. So, get all that done, head to work. As soon as we're almost done, we're like an hour out. We're not even close to home at this point. The Orkin man calls, of course, and Lou is not here to let him in. But Lou was 2 minutes away from the house. So I called Lou and said, Elle, could you please go let the Orkin man in? We cannot miss a spraying because the spiders have been terrible due to our hot weather and wet weather. He said, B, I really can't. So I had to call the Orkin man back and tell him that he is going to have to either come back a couple hours later or wait until next time. And he said, okay, I've got some houses in your area. Let me do those real quick, and then I will call you back. Mom and I go to Walmart. We had a pickup order. We had to fill the tank up with gas. On our way home, we passed Lou, and I'm like, where are you going now? I thought you weren't home. The Orkin man called, and he's in the fucking driveway. He's like, hey, Brittany, I'm back at your house. Is there any chance you're home right now? And I said, dude, I am 3 minutes away. I'm pulling in right now. So it worked out perfect. And then a woman we work for is having back surgery today. So we had to go let her little doggy outside to go potty while they're still at the hospital. So Mom and I just got back from doing that. It is now 4 p.m. and I'm cooking shepherd's pie with my new grass-fed beef that I got. We're grass-fed beef people now. And Lou's taking a shit. He's fixing to go to O'Reilly's to sell some parts to a guy from Mississippi. I'll be slaving in the kitchen like a good housewife should. Oh, and the day gets better because when the bug guy was here spraying for bugs, Mom and I were bringing groceries in from Walmart since we just left there. And he's like, happy 4th of July weekend. Is there any plans for you guys that you're going to do? And I was like, yeah, the 4th of July is my birthday. We're going to have a little party, get together, food, cookout, whatever. He's like, oh, how old are you? How old are you? Let me guess. So he looks at me for a minute and he's like, 31. And I was like, gosh. Tom, I have never gotten that before. I always get like 16, 17, 18, nothing over 21. This motherfucker called me 31. And it made me reassess my life, and I'm gonna have to start moisturizing better. And then he tried to cover it up, and he's like, oh, you're really mature, and you look really mature, and And I was like, wow, you're never spraying for bugs here again. Ow! Fuck. Splashed myself. Now it's time to boil potatoes. That I am not afraid. Shaka kaka. Lawrence is good at the piano. Oh, it's tilting the wrong way. Tilting. Ow. Lou did nothing but probably push a roid. You pushed a roid?
No, it's probably with that.
Now that the meat is drained from all the grease and cooling off, now we have to peel potatoes. And since we have 2 pounds of ground beef, we're going to try to do 2 pounds of potatoes. Leave it in the comments. Do you guys know what shepherd's pie is, and do you ever make it, and do you like it? That's 10 ounces. That's 1 pound, 5 ounces. That's 2 pounds. I feel like I should just go ahead and do 4 though, because I'm just gonna do 4 potatoes. Fun time, I was super young, online playing video games with my friends, and they were like, dude, what are you having for supper tonight? And I said shepherd's pie. At the time, I had a German shepherd, and he was like, dude, what the fuck is shepherd's pie? It sounds disgusting. And I said, we're going to kill our dog tonight and chop it up, and then we put it in a pie. And he believed me, and I never actually told him the truth that it wasn't my dog meat. It's basically meat, potatoes, mixed vegetables, cheese, and that's it. Peeling potatoes has to be the worst job ever. When I was younger, I always used to cut myself on this blade. Like, I could never do this without cutting one of the tips of my fingers off. So mom made me stop peeling potatoes because I would get blood all over them. But now that I'm grown, I can make the decision if I want to peel potatoes or not. And I hardly ever cut myself nowadays, thank God. I was a dangerous kid. I'm lucky to have all of my limbs, and I'm lucky that I only fractured my one foot 2 times. I fractured the same foot twice. The first time I was 11, and I was playing with my friend, and we were doing cartwheels in the house. And I want to say this was like 2010. We had one of those gigantic flat screen TVs. I'll put a picture on the screen. Like, they weren't thin like nowadays. They were fucking huge. And I did a cartwheel right into the TV, hit my fucking pinky toe, and I knew it was broke. Mom didn't take me to the doctor for a week. And they said it would heal on its own. Gave me an air cast. She didn't believe me, and then when she finally took me to the doctor, she was like, oh my gosh, you weren't lying. You were telling the truth. Your foot's broke. And I was like, yeah, no shit. But anyways, the second time, I fractured my 5th metatarsal on the same foot. I was walking on a treadmill, and I felt this bad burning sensation, and I didn't have shoes on. I was completely barefoot because that's just how I did stuff. And I was malnourished at the time because I was so obsessed with wanting to lose weight that I wasn't eating enough, and all I was doing was working out. So that night that I felt it, we went bowling the next day. And as soon as I went to go down the lane like this, I felt my foot fucking crack. And it was the most painful thing ever. And it took me about 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before I went to the doctor. My foot was swollen as fuck. Mom didn't believe me again. I don't know what's up with that. Not bashing on mom at all. She just didn't know. She's like, how can you break your foot just not doing anything? Like, just walking. But yep, put me in an air cast again. Took me 22 weeks in an air cast just to heal it. And it still hurts to this day. Wild. I'm telling you, there's not a worse feeling than coming home to a spotless house that you worked so hard to do and then cooking in it, and it's immediately ruined. Like, there's nothing worse. Because it doesn't take that much time to get messed up again. Okay, what does this mean? What the fuck is that? It's got a vagina. What am I doing? Boiling the potatoes. Should I leave that in? Probably not, huh? I'm not going to leave the vagina in. I made my mind up. Vagina's out of here. Ew. Bye. So I don't know how, but I totally forgot to put the taco seasoning in. So I just turned the meat back on and added the taco seasoning. And I'm debating whether to bake this before we go down to the parents' house tonight. We have a neighbor coming over. It's 4 o'clock. Should I make this thing in this and bake it and then reheat it when we get home to eat? Or should I just make it, put it in the fridge, and yeah, I don't know. I always second guess and confuse myself. I can never make my mind up. It's bad. Okay, now that the potatoes are all done, I'm gonna mash them up with butter, salt, and pepper, and then we can start building this wonderful shepherd's pie. I'm a mess. Oh, I'm a mess right now, inside out. Searching for a sweet surrender, but this is not. Looks like I've got to shred more cheese. Now it goes in the fridge until we get home later to cook it. Let's weigh it. You want to guess how much it weighs, Elle? Elle guessed 8 pounds. With the container that it's in, it is 12 pounds and 1.3 ounces.